time of the decade, and it took until 2012 to come back to break even. So let's go 2 more years to 2014. If you started out with $1 million nest egg and you only took out $50,000 a year the first year, but each year thereafter you increased it by 2.5%, do you know what your average return would have been? Okay, it would have been 6.07% based upon the actual S&P 500 from the year 2000 to 2014. And the advisor probably would have told you, just hang in there. You're averaging, over 6%. And you're going, well, if I'm averaging over 6%, why is my account value at the end of 2014 only $98,000? Okay, you want to know why? Because of the sequence of returns. It's because you started out retirement when the market went down, and then it came back to break even, and then it went down again. I mean, because you just happened to retire at the wrong moment in history when the market went down. Now, are you going to have to worry about, is the market going to go up or down? Because people go crazy when they retire and the market goes down, and they panic and they go back to work, or else they stop withdrawing money or whatever. But $1 million nest egg would have dwindled down in value by 2014 to only $98,000. Now, that's because the sequence of returns started out on a downturn. So what's the difference? Let's just flip those years. Let's say you retired and started to do the same thing and pulled out $50,000 and gave yourself a 2.5% increase on that $1 million. And the first year you retired was what the market did in 2014. The next year was the market performance of 2013, and then 12, and then 11. Okay, so you started out retirement when the market was doing okay, and you ended retirement on the downturn. Guess what your average return would have been by flipping it the opposite direction? It was still 6.07. What? Your average return is 6.07%, whether you started in 2000 and ended in 2014, or whether you started with what the market did in 2014 and went in reverse, and your last year of 14 years was what the market did in the year 2000. The average return is still 6.07. But guess what your account value would have been in the reverse order? The $1 million nest egg would still be worth $944,527. You'd still have nearly the $1 million. That is the difference between sequence of returns and average rate of return. What am I talking about? So many asset managers, financial advisors are taught to tell you, hang in there. The market always comes back. You're going to average X, okay? 6%. Well, they actually know that most investors get sick and tired, and they panic, and they sell low and they buy high. So Dalbar says the average retiree with money in the market is only really earning about 3.5%. That's why the financial services industry came out with what is called the 4% rule, which is pathetic. I don't want you to have $1 million nest egg and have to pull out just 4%, 40 grand a year, pay tax on that, even in a 25% bracket. You're only netting $30,000 or 3% to buy gas and groceries, prescriptions, and golf green fees. That's ridiculous. And especially if that asset manager is charging you 1% to manage that $1 million. If you subtract taxes and fees, you're netting 2% or 20 grand. You can, out of an indexed insurance contract portfolio, you can easily pull out 9%, sometimes 10% or more. But how much more is 9? Now 9% is tax-free. On $1 million nest egg, that's $90,000. How much better is $90,000 than the $30,000 after tax? Don't say 6% more. It is 300% more. It's 3 times as much money. What would you rather have, $90,000 of income to buy gas and groceries, or $30,000 of income? Is this making sense? Now, you can do that by getting your money out of the market. Because who wants to sit around and try to time, I hope that I start retirement while the market is about to go up and be very good for the next few years so that I can stomach a downturn down the road. Well, who can predict that? In fact, I can tell you that's not going to happen. Right now, the market volatility is predictable. And so that's why you need to come and learn how to get your money out of the market and use a strategy called indexing so that you can participate when the market goes up, but not lose when the market goes down because your money is not in the market. I'm not talking about index mutual funds. You would have lost 40% in 2008 in an index fund, the S&P 500. Not one of our clients lost one dime in 2008. Due to that market downturn, and many of them had locked in gains of 16% the first 90 days of 2009. They ended up with double and even triple the amount of money at the end of that period. Come and learn how to do this. Folks, do not put your retirement savings. Come and learn how to retire by design. These are half-day educational events, an absolute must-attend for anybody that's preparing to retire in the next 5 to 10 years. We're coming to Morgan Hill, Palo Alto, Walnut Creek, Dublin, and Sacramento to teach these half-day events. We're waiving the normal $600 tuition. We are coming to Morgan Hill to the Coyote Creek Golf Club January 18th. That's a Wednesday in the morning. That afternoon, we're in Palo Alto at the Elks Lodge. And the next day, we're in Walnut Creek at the Boundary Elk Golf Course, January 19th. That's Thursday morning. That afternoon in Dublin at the Ranch Golf Course. The next day, we're in Sacramento at the Granite Bay Golf Club, January 20th, Friday morning. Call now and register. Seating is limited. The number is 1-888-76-RADIO. Call 1-888-767-2346. That's 1-888-767-2346. 1-888-767-2346. 1-888-767-2346. You know, as a financial strategist and retirement planning specialist for more than 45 years, I finally have dedicated the last 2 years to writing the ultimate book, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free Retirement. It's my favorite vehicle, and we have collected over 200 pages of charts, graphs, and illustrations to empower you. And if you're more right brain, you learn by stories. You flip the book over, and you read it the other direction. It contains 62 stories of actual clients who have employed the Laser Fund to diversify and save hundreds of thousands of dollars of unnecessary tax. I want to gift you one when you attend my next event. Register by calling 1-888-76-RADIO. That's 1-888-767-2346. Call 888